Welcome, everyone, to That Kind of Nerds podcast, a weekly show where we tell you what is going on in the nerdy world. I am CJ Mellon, but I am joined by the two stars of the show, Brian Thornton and Josh Burns.
I promise I'm sober this week.
Welcome back for some people who just, didn't finish last week's episode.
I'm so sorry if you didn't finish last week's episode, because I know it was because of me.
I will say that Brian did put enough money into the swear jar that we had some exciting news at the end of the show, so stick around for that.
I was able to buy a new bottle of whiskey. That's how much we got.
So listen, I'm just going to be honest. There's so much going on. I'm just going to start with everyone's favorite topic and favorite segments right off the top. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start today with Gabe Talk.
Gabe Talk!
So we got some news, all right? So the first thing is, after him and hawing rumors and speculation, The Batman has officially signed on. Its second director, Matt Reeves, is confirmed.
Second director.
Man, so apparently last week, negotiations were kind of reported that they had collapsed, and Matt Reeves wasn't going to do it. Well, I guess at the last minute, I think 2 truckloads of money came through. Like, come on.
Yeah, because Warner Brothers says we can't go through 3 directors on every DC movie.
Please, come on, stay with us, please. So again,
I just imagine Warner Brothers with those giant prom proposals, with a giant poster board saying, "Please, will you direct our movie?" One guy's got a boombox,
standing outside the window. Yeah.
Outside the window.
Who do you want to sit next to at the Oscars? You got it. We'll make it happen. What do you want to do? He better get a bad suit at the end of it all.
Whatever, man. Make a movie. Just
they're officially now going
at
to
this
move
point.
into
You just need to make a movie. I'm
pre-production, which I already thought they were.
I don't
already
care
in
about any of your drama. Make a movie.
I mean, I care about the drama that you put on the page and then on the screen.
I don't care about any of this bullshit. You care about this bullshit?
I mean, I care that I got a director finally. That's about it.
I'm saying all of the whatever, right? It's just make a movie. It's ridiculous.
Stipulations.
Make a movie.
Make a good movie.
Make a movie. It'll be good. I'm sure it'll be good.
Make a good movie.
Make a movie. It'll be good. Let's go.
We don't need another The Happening with Batman. I mean,
we don't need another Suicide Squad. We don't need another Batman vs Superman. Yeah, right. Just make a movie. Make a good movie.
Nothing wrong with either of those movies. They're fine.
There's plenty of wrong with Batman v Superman.
Not the Ultimate Edition or whatever the hell. It was fine.
Yeah, but that's not what they released in the
movie.
theater.
I don't care. That's what's available now. So that's the movie.
That's not the movie.
It's the movie. Brian, did you see it? You did,
yes,
right?
I saw it. I'm the one who told you to watch it.
And you told me you liked it.
I did.
Well, that's the movie then.
That doesn't stop the fact that Warner Brothers released that steaming pile.
They released millions of people saw that other 2.5-hour monstrosity that they call the film. That's the movie, Josh. That's the movie.
I disagree. I never saw the other one because you shit so hard on it.
Just because you didn't see it doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Right, exactly.
That's how I feel, though.
It's not out of sight, out of mind, Josh.
I am actually completely oblivious to its existence. I'm not oblivious and indifferent.
I wish I could be that way.
Which is what I'm saying. I don't care about anything that's happened before this. Now, make a movie. Go make a movie.
Well, they've got time to do it, and they need to. So we just got some casting news that the actor who played Ramsay Bolton is going to go from one bad guy to another. He's jumping from Game of Thrones, and he will be coming over to Marvel's Inhumans series, which is set to premiere in September. He's really the first big casting news to come out of the show. This guy plays a fantastic bad guy, so I'm all for this.
I'm not a huge Inhumans fan, so I'm also not really chomping at the bit for the show, but he, as you so aptly pointed out, he is a excellent villain, as we saw in Game of Thrones. He won't be doing some of the stuff that he did in Game of Thrones. I don't think he'll make anybody eat their own schlong, but yeah, I think he's going to be a great villain. I don't think ABC allows that. I'm just curious.
Right.
Just
I think they listed as Maximus as a complex character. He is likable, charming, tragic, and villainous all in the same moment, which is, literally that's what this guy does. Because even as Ramsay Bolton, you kind of liked him.
Nope.
You shouldn't have. But you kind of liked him.
You never liked him.
No.
You kind of liked him.
At no point. No.
No.
All right. There's people who do.
Nope.
But so Brian, I know you're not a huge Inhumans guy, but you're on board. This is good. This is good casting news. Yay!
Yeah, no, of course. Why not? He's an actor, right? He can do things. He can act. Yeah, let's do it.
So finally, wrapping up some DC news, there was a surprise early screening of Wonder Woman, and it's getting good reviews, but not in the way that you think it is. A lot of people are liking the movie a lot. However, they are saying that Chris Pine steals the show.
Well, no kidding.
Even when he's on the screen with Gal Gadot with Wonder Woman.
Chris Pine's awesome. Who doesn't like Chris Pine?
I agree, but like, is he Wonder Woman? Like,
it doesn't matter. The problem is,
He could be. That's how good an actor he is.
If they cast him, they have to know he's bigger than anybody else in this film. Doesn't matter what part he plays. He's the top of the marquee.
Is that enough to get the critic acclaim that they need for the DC franchise? Because this movie
I don't think
needs
so.
to get the critical acclaim.
But I mean, now how are you going to reuse Chris Pine? Like, how's that going to go?
I don't know
you
about
can
that.
do what show was it? You can do where like she's in present day and he's Steve Trevor's great grandson, just happens to look exactly like him. That'd be good. That'd be funny.
There you go.
There you go.
All right.
I'm a thinker. I should write this shit.
But the other thing too, Brian, and you, I mean, you can definitely attest to this. A lot of people saying, "Hey, it was really good," but it's not as good as the DC animated movies.
Of course not. The DC animated movies are fantastic. I just watched and bought Justice League Dark. It was great.
Mm-hmm.
Not joking. Don't laugh, Josh. You can watch it on my Vudu if you want.
I can't. There's a finite amount of animation I can watch.
So here's my question. You know, we've said and we've acknowledged that DC really needs to win with Wonder Woman, and again, not about the about money. Again, they could show a blank screen for 90 minutes. They're going to get their money, but the critics need to buy into this movie. Do you feel confident still that that's going to happen?
I don't give a shit. Who cares about critics?
The studios. They'll reboot the whole thing all over again if the critics really hate this, because they need to be critically acclaimed like Marvel. And I mean, honestly, that's what DC needs to be. I don't think that's what they need to be. They just need to make films that are, decent. I don't care if they're, flawed as long as they're good. But the critics, Brian, back me up on this. The critics need to say this movie is good.
I am backing CJ up on this.
Well, then you might as well just fold up now.
For those of you playing the home game, I have given Brian the finger because it will pain him to agree with me on a topic, and he just
fold up, right? Because the critics are not going to say it's good. Fold up.
You don't know that.
They're not. Come on.
They put way too much money into Justice League already. Like, that thing is like halfway through its filming.
The critics are going to shit on it because that's what the critics do. Like, that's what they do. So let them shit on it. You might as well just fold up now. Then you don't have to worry about it, right? Just reboot it already. Get rid of it. Like, if anybody gives a shit about, these have to be redeemable. They're big enough to be redeemable. This isn't the Fantastic Four, where it was very small in the grand scope of things, right?
It was very small because critics shit all over it.
Nah, it was. Where were you going to go with it? Like, that's not a franchise. It's not.
It absolutely is a franchise. No,
I'm going to disagree with you. Fantastic Four's got a hell of a thing.
I don't think it's one you can do well in a movie.
Yes, you can. You absolutely can. I am going to disagree with you for the first time in the past 4 weeks.
That's how I feel about it.
The amount that story and that family and that backlog of characters and stories, you could do a huge amount of things with that franchise, but because the new movie was so utterly crap and it got crapped on by critics, it didn't do well. That movie had everything going for it. It had
everything going for it.
It had a really up and coming director.
You watched the movie, right? It was bad.
Oh, it was awful. But that cast was great. The director was great.
I have no idea what any critic said about it. I know that I watched it and it was bad.
The critics crapped all over it, and that's why that movie failed. Not because of anything else.
It was bad.
But
I know
again,
it was
they
bad.
only did that movie so they could keep the rights to Fantastic Four.
It was really bad.
That's the only reason
what
they
I'm
did it.
saying is, it doesn't matter. As soon as someone sees it, they're going to go, oh, this is really bad.
My point is that you're only going to have so much draw with Batman and Superman, that you're only going to get X amount of doll hairs. And as soon as you start doing movies like Cyborg and Flash and Wonder Woman, if the critics are crapping all over it, no one's going to see it. And it's not going to make money. The critics need to be behind these movies. Batman and Superman will make money forever and always because they're Batman and Superman. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how crappy the movie is. But no one gives a crap about Wonder Woman or, well, maybe Wonder Woman. But no one gives a crap about Cyborg, Aquaman, Flash.
Yeah, for sure.
No one.
Right.
And if the critics are going to crap all over it, then no one's going to see it.
Right. Okay. Then the mall walkers go to something else. I get it.
Exactly.
Yes. Okay. I still think
especially when I have a Marvel movie coming out the month or the week or two before, I'll go see a Marvel movie again before I see something that the critics. I still think
there's a number of people showing up just for Ben Affleck. So wherever he is, there will be people.
Yeah. Justice League will make its money. But our point is that Wonder Woman is going to make a ton of money just because it's the first female superhero on screen.
Chris Pine.
Just period. No, not even that.
Make money with Chris Pine.
First giant female character, superhero, comic book female character
in
on
this
screen.
world right now?
Will make,
yeah, absolutely.
It will make money just based off of that, no matter what the critics say. But
so you can just walk up on screen and go, hi, I'm Wonder Woman, eat your popcorn, and I'll be back in 90 minutes.
But if the critics crap all over it like they did on Batman v Superman, and they weren't really kind to Suicide Squad, no one's going to see anything else. They'll see Justice League because of Batman, and that's it. No Aquaman, no Flash, no Cyborg. No one's going to care. No Green Lantern Corps. And I want all of these movies.
I really want Green Lantern Corps.
Yes, I really want all of these movies. So this really needs to be received well by the critics. Are you happy, CJ? I elaborated.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
And it seems like Josh may or may not be changing his opinion.
No, I'm
you're not going to change Josh's opinion.
I'm reading through the tweets. These are positive early reactions, but are they from critics? No,
they're from
because this isn't for critics. This is randos that stood in the line and they're like, "You're going to see an action movie."
I think people would be more swayed by social media than what critics say. I think if they do a good enough job in social media, it'll be fine.
I disagree.
I think it's enough to keep the lights on, but not enough to continue to make other projects.
I can't speak to the financial thought process of the studio. I'm just saying, if it makes money, it makes money.
Well, we shall see. But there is something that you all do need to do. It's you need to call your boss and just tell him, "Hey, March, I'm not coming in. I can't. There are too many movies. It's been a while, but it's time for the blockbuster."
Brian, I heard there's too much to do in March.
There's so much to do in March.
It's not quite the passion you had when you were shit-faced last week, but yeah, it's good.
I'm sorry.
There's so much to do in March.
So there's a ton coming out. A lot of competition, really, too, when it comes to some genre films. So let's start with the beginning. Table 19, which we talked about a few months ago. It's Anna Kendrick and a team of wonderful comedians, where they're all designated to the losers table at a wedding. Is opening up on March 3rd, which looks hilarious. I mean, everything about this movie just screams laugh your ass off. Small little studio, not going to make a whole lot of money, who cares, but definitely something I'm going to see. Brian, I know I said Anna Kendrick, so you're already there. I don't know why
I'm sorry, I was just thinking about Anna Kendrick. What?
So, Josh, you remember this movie? We had talked about a while ago when the first kind of trailer came out.
Yeah, I mean, I remember talking about it. It looked funny. I don't know that it's a movie I'm going to the theater to see. There's very little that I want to go to the theater to see. So iTunes, right? When it comes out, I'll buy it because it's Anna Kendrick, and why wouldn't I?
Wait, did you say Anna Kendrick?
I did. Okay. Just there, yeah.
100% something that I'm going to go see on March 3rd is Logan. This is Patrick Stewart's last run as Professor X. It is Hugh Jackman's last run as Wolverine. This is getting huge, crazy buzz for early screens, too, as well. Yes, this movie is fantastic. I'm going to see Table 19 the next weekend that I can. This is a movie I may see this twice this month.
I'm going to see it 3 times, one for each claw.
The real question is, Josh, are you going to see Logan?
No.
Not even just to round it out?
No.
Not even if they do a really good job on social media?
Nope. I'm not going to go to the theater to see it. I'll buy it eventually. Like, as soon as it comes out on iTunes, I'll buy it. But I'm not going to go to the theater to see it now.
I heard it's a movie that's strong enough to break off the superhero in quotes part of it, where it's not a quote unquote superhero. It's just a really good movie. Which
I don't believe that for a second.
I say that all the time.
I do not believe that for a second. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. All right. Well, I hope so. I hope they can do it. Challenge accepted. All right, that moves us on to March 10th, which is Brimstone. We had talked about this. This is a movie that I'm kind of on the fence about. I don't know if I'm gonna. I don't know.
The Guy Pearce movie?
Yes, the Guy Pearce movie.
No.
Yeah, I'm not seeing that in the theater.
There's
way too much other stuff to see.
I'm not seeing that in a dimly lit room.
I'm not. On, just
I'm not. He's creepy as shit,
creepy
dude.
Guy Pearce. No.
Creepy as hell.
Well, you know what? Then you know what you can't go see on March 10th instead. Then you can go see the new Con movie.
Yes, I will be seeing this.
That's gonna happen. Like,
it's gonna happen for me.
Like,
what do you have against Con?
Josh is like, oh, it looks like I'm gonna go to work for the first half of
like maybe ever. I mean, I'm working nonstop. Here's the thing: you got to be able to interest me enough where I'm going. Yeah, I can invest 2+ hours of my time on that. None of these are doing it.
Got Loki and what Miss Captain Marvel, right? In the same movie.
Future Captain Marvel, yeah.
Yeah. Plus you got John Goodman and who else?
John C. Reilly.
John C. Reilly.
Samuel Mother effing Jackson.
The cast list is pretty on point, Josh.
It's King Kong.
Yeah.
It's like King Kong. Like you've never done King Kong before.
Who gives a shit?
There's no Jack Black in this one, like at all.
All right.
I'm gonna laugh if Jack Black shows up in a cameo.
If there's a cameo of Jack Black, I'm just gonna throw popcorn at the screen.
No, but this looks really good. I'm not gonna try and convince Josh to go to the movies because I never can. But this looks really good. I'm definitely gonna see it in the theater.
You convinced him to see Batman vs Superman after we shot at it. All you got to do is just really try, Brian. I think I can.
He didn't watch it until it was on DVD.
All right, well,
he didn't go to the theater to see it. Josh will watch anything on DVD because he's on a plane or
I got
in a hotel room. The trick is to get him to go to the theater.
There is a movie that Josh will see in the theater, in my opinion. My money is right now on in the theater on the 17th, right after we talk about this movie, which is Beauty and the Beast. The live action one is coming out.
Nope.
I know you're not in on that. Come on. We all agree that Josh Burns is not going to go see Beauty and the Beast.
Laura will take Zoe, for sure.
If you don't want to see this movie, then be my guest. But
you should see my vest.
Made of real gorilla chest?
I will most likely be seeing this movie, not because I'm like,
Hermione Granger.
Oh my gosh,
Hermione
I need to see this movie.
Hermione Granger. I get it.
Oh yeah, Hermione, most certainly. But I have friends who really want to see this movie, and I'm never down for not seeing a movie. So there we go.
I'm going to go see this movie. I think it looks really good. And this is, again, one of those, I think Disney's trying to, I think they figured out the whole take their animated movies and make them live action things. I think this is so far the epitome besides Jungle Book. Well, they cracked the code with Jungle Book.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, Josh, you know what movie you're going to go see in a theater? Train Spotting 2.
No.
No?
Nah, I don't think you will.
Really?
No. Good God,
like
no.
All about Train Spotting.
I love Train Spotting, but I'm not like I can't remember the last Kill Bill 2. Like was that the last sequel I went to see in the theater? I'm just not. No, unless it's like a Kevin Smith or a Tarantino sequel. No.
So you will be saying the Jay and Silent Bob reboot is what I mean.
Kevin Smith. Sign me up.
Okay. He's filmed. It's nowhere near, but he's doing it.
All right. At least it's one movie I can guarantee sometime in the future we'll actually see Josh Burns in the movie theater.
Josh Burns will go to see Guardians of the Galaxy 2 in the theater.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. There you go. You just gotta wait 2 months.
I have to take Christian to see that. Yeah.
There you go. All right. Back to March. Go.
If you're a fan of the Kevin Smith podcast, Hollywood Babylon, this would be my No Thanks, We Already Got One segment. Chips, the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, coming out March 24th.
It's funny.
I'm
really?
torn.
Looks funny.
I'm torn.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't want to see it because Dak Shepard.
Dak Shepard is hilarious.
I love Dak Shepard.
But I do want to see it because Kristen Bell. So I don't know.
Yeah. All right.
Probably not in the theater. I'll probably watch it on DVD.
Vincent D'Onofrio's in it too.
Looks funny. It looks funny.
Really? I think this movie looks so bad.
I don't know. I've seen.
I guess they're trying to beat the Baywatch to the punch thing, and oh god,
it's one of those trailers that shows up when I'm streaming something. Like I don't even know where, like what the source is, but I'm just watching this trailer, 5 times during any given show. It might have been the CW TV.com.
Oh, okay.
That kept showing me the Chips trailer, but it looks funny.
You want a movie you should go see instead of Chips?
It's like that 500 Miles song. It comes back around. Right? You see it and you're like, ha, right? You see it again. Oh, it's this Dax Shepard. Just stop, right? But then it comes back around.
You know what movie you should see on March 24th instead? There's 2 movies that you need to go see. You need to go see Life. Jake Gyllenhaal, Ryan Reynolds in space, dealing with a microorganism that comes to life and eventually tries to kill them all in space.
In space!
Ryan Reynolds and Jake Gyllenhaal together in the same movie. You just have to go to see that. God damn it, Josh.
Stop trying to get him to go to the theater. Let them watch his stuff on iTunes.
It's not. It's just not that exciting.
No, he can live his life the way he needs to. It's fine.
It's not that exciting.
It looks interesting.
Oh, you know what? And I don't know when it's coming out, but man, I mean, can we get more Guy Ritchie and Charlie Hunnam together in anywhere?
That's April.
All the time? Okay, whatever. That's the month right after March, right?
It is. I also hear there are showers that bring May flowers, perhaps.
It's like my favorite story ever told, my favorite story ever written, and Guy Ritchie. Yes. Yes,
Wait,
please.
Guy Ritchie made a movie about my life?
Yes, indeed.
You're welcome, Josh.
They catch a lot of cats there, didn't they?
The Boy King. No. Not a lot of... No, not in that movie. There would have been very few cats.
Oh, okay. My apologies.
There's a ratio to be maintained.
It's very low, right?
Yeah, super low.
There is another movie, though, that I'm super excited for in the month of March. That is the Power Rangers reboot. Oh, my God. I'm so excited for this movie. I even hit my microphone. I'm so excited.
Are you going to go see it?
Oh, I'm going to go see it really good.
I'm going to go see it.
Listen, do not, whatever you do not take out your Zord in the theater.
The Power Rangers has Bryan Cranston in the movie, not to be confused with Brian. Right?
You're not doing it right.
I'm still wrong on this?
No,
I can't.
It's not. I don't know. Look, I hear it. Like, you say it, and it goes in my ear and rattles around my cerebellum, and then my mouth goes, that's not right. It's just not. You're not. I don't know why you can't say the why, but it's impossible. I can't even get over.
So I know, Josh, are you going to hard pass on Power Rangers, or will you watch this?
No.
I
don't. I mean, I think Christian's excited about it. I don't have a problem with it. It's just, it's not. It wasn't my thing when I was a kid. But that doesn't mean that this one won't be good. Like I'm fully behind it. It seems like it looks cool. Everybody's happy about it so far. There's initial criticisms, but people seem to have gotten over that. Wasn't like Elizabeth Banks? Didn't she show up? As
I don't know, but she's Rita Repulsa in that movie, and she looks awesome.
Okay, yeah, I didn't see. Was she in the first trailer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I missed that completely. Like I completely missed that.
That's right. Here's a movie we can all agree to shit on: Boss Baby.
My kids want to see it so badly, and I'm inclined.
Oh my gosh.
I'm inclined to indulge because Alec Baldwin. Like,
yeah, it's Alec Baldwin,
right?
But
so
I'm
inclined to take the kids to like a matinee.
Listen, you don't need to shit on this.
I would rather watch the Kevin Spacey movie where he gets turned into a cat than watch this movie.
Kevin Spacey as a talking cat was brilliant.
I would rather go see that movie twice.
I would watch
30 minutes of Boss Baby.
You know what? I would, if House of Cards were cats, I'd watch it.
House of Cats?
No, House of Cards, right? Just. But imagine the senators.
Just a little cat on the litter box.
The president's a cat. Everybody's a cat. They're just cats. They're talking cats. All of them.
Wait. They speak. It's the same characters.
It's the same. So Kevin Spacey as a talking cat, but president, right? Frank Underwood. The whole, everybody is a cat. I would watch. I'd go to the
smoke
theater
catnip
to see
instead
that.
of pod. I get it. All right.
I think it'd be hilarious.
Why can't you make a movie, Josh? You've got great ideas.
I'd cast Aaron Paul first.
More importantly, what are you drinking to make you say this shit?
It's just vodka. There's lime.
I was saved by the buoyancy of citrus.
Yeah, it's just vodka.
Anyway, Boss Baby doesn't look that bad.
Oh, come
The cookies is for closer line made me chuckle.
Yeah, that
was
made me
awesome.
chuckle.
Put the cookies down. Cookies are for closers.
You've obviously seen all the best parts in the trailer. Like, there's no way you're getting
I'm not.
anything else.
Look, it's an animated movie. It's for it's for kids and grown-ups to tolerate while their kids are laughing at like dick and fart jokes or whatever. But that's what it is, right? And anytime you get Alec Baldwin, you're gonna get a bunch of quotable lines. And referencing Glenn Ross is solid work.
It's nice meta. Yep.
It's really solid work.
All right, wrapping up. March 31st, Ghost in the Shell.
Yes, I'm on board for this.
Yes, absolutely.
I will see this in the theater. Josh does not give a shit, but I watched the original anime.
This is the
when I-
Scarlett Johansson movie.
I don't even know what it is.
The Scarlett Johansson movie where she's
I
a
watched the
robot?
trailer and I'm like, wow, that's pretty weird. But
It's a
Scarlett Johansson is awesome.
All right, Brian, go ahead. Tell us about what Ghost in the Shell is for those people who don't know about it. So why are people caring about this movie? Why is this a movie that you're like, yes, or that you're going to see?
Why do you have to put me on the spot? I just remember me enjoying the anime when I was a kid.
You could just say it's a very popular anime because
It's a very popular anime from back in like early 90s. You tell me to say it, I say it.
Like a fucking puppet. He just cranks his hand up
monotone
there.
puppet.
I've got
It
no
is based
strings to hold
on an
me down.
anime, and it is very good. Rebooting.
No strings on me.
Okay.
Good job, Brian.
You're welcome.
All right, so that is the blockbuster for this month. The movie that you're most excited for, Brian?
Do you really need to ask that
I
question?
want to hear you say it.
Snicked. Logan.
I know. What was the snicked part?
That's
What
the
was-
sound.
That's
his
the sound
fucking
that his claws
made.
made.
Are
Okay.
you kidding me?
I didn't.
When someone says snicked, how do you not see it? Like,
I don't read.
Just
I don't
see
read
Josh's
comics.
hand in front.
I do you not see?
how do you not see it? Like Brian said it, and I got a little snick. Just right there. Right,
Little snick happening in his
Brian,
pants
you know
when I said
exactly
it.
where it's happening. It's right there. Snicked.
Josh, have we convinced you to see any movie in the theaters
No.
for the month of March?
No.
Nope. All right.
No, I mean, look.
Any movie that you're excited about to watch later when it comes out on iTunes?
There's many of them that I'm excited to watch later, but here's the thing: none of these movies is a giant. Like, it's not. Yeah,
it's just March.
Right? It's just March.
I am really torn between like being so goddamn excited for Power Rangers versus Logan that it's almost on an even kill for me. But I think Logan's winning out.
The thing is,
just by a little bit.
I guess and biggest of all is that Logan should have been a giant blockbuster. Why is it coming out in March?
Because the X-Men movies have not been doing well in the summer months.
Right. I mean, isn't it already admitting defeat? Is what I'm saying. Like,
It absolutely is, but they need to maximize their dollar, and they can't compete with
It's
Marvel
the last
right
Hugh
now.
Jackman movie. It doesn't matter when it comes out. People are going to go see this in droves.
It does matter when it comes out, because if I release Logan at the end of May in the high fever of Guardians of the Galaxy, it's not going to make nearly as much money as when I don't have any competition at all.
all right,
Touche.
but it's admitting defeat.
No, it absolutely is.
Okay.
That's why Deadpool was released in February.
X-Men back to Marvel.
Yeah, give it back. Let him recast everybody. Give it back.
They won't.
All right, so that's the end of the blockbuster. There's obviously some other movies that we haven't talked about in March, but we definitely want to hear, what are you the most excited for? It's probably going to be Logan, but if you're excited for something else, we definitely want to know. The next bit on my docket is some news from TV and movies, starting with something that I know Josh is very happy to hear. Lethal Weapon has got renewed for a second season.
Yes. He's not the
Did you
only
hear
one.
that?
This show is great.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
the sound of me being fully tumescent. That's what just happened. It's Lethal Weapon is just the best show on television right now.
Oh, wow.
I wouldn't go that far, but it's really good.
What's
No,
better?
I want to hear that argument.
What's
Go ahead.
better? What are you watching that's better? Story of Us?
The Flash.
This Is Us, by the way, is a fantastic
is
show.
that what
You
it
shut
is?
your
This
mouth.
Is Us?
It's
Whatever,
This Is
dude.
Us.
No.
I cry every goddamn episode.
Of course
Every
you
episode.
do. Calm down, CJ. Just
CJ's in touch with your femininity. We get it.
I don't no. See, now you went and you made being emotional about something feminine. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying I do not want to watch a show where I get emotional every week. That's insane, right? You're just signing up for punishment. Why would you do that? Lethal Weapon is everything the movies were every single week. It's so good. It's as far as acting, story, it's so much better than Flash and Arrow and anything CW is doing, and they're all great. I'm Brian. I'm watching them. They're all really good, right? Lethal Weapon is just better. It's funny and it's emotional.
Different. I'm sorry, I drew the comparison.
It's not campy.
I don't think you can compare the
It's
two.
not. No, different genres, right? It's not.
Yeah.
But it's not campy at all. It's just
it's fantastic.
Really good.
You know what? I'm glad you said that. I realized the other week I was really behind on Flash, and I realized I stopped right at the crossover event. So I was like, oh, I'll start watching Flash, and I guess I'll be fine. And then I watched it, and I was like, damn it, now I have to watch the whole damn crossover event.
I didn't watch. Yeah, I didn't do that.
Just because I want to know how the story gets resolved. And when they get to Arrow, I wanted to just like throw something heavy at my TV. I am so bored by Arrow. It's insane. I can't get behind it.
Arrow's a little rough. It's
going downhill, in my opinion. It's
little
just
rough.
Going real hard. Legends of Tomorrow seemed pretty cool, except I had no idea who a bunch of people were. But anyway, I finally caught up on that.
You're caught up on Legends?
No, I'm caught up on Flash. Legends is the next show I'm gonna catch up on. And again, I am now 2 seasons behind Arrow. I just can't do it anymore.
It's rough, yeah. But you end up having to watch it just to tie everything together.
Yeah, but like I didn't care about the rest of. Oh, you got to figure out what else is going on there and who all these people are. I didn't care. So here's a little bit of this is going to stay in the realm of TV movie news because it's Netflix has paid Martin Scorsese and Robert De Niro over $100 million to come back and to do a movie called The Irishman that is going to release exclusively on Netflix.
I gotta tell you, it seems like a bargain.
Yeah, no, absolutely, right? But you cannot see this movie in theaters unless they're doing like some limited engagement, blah, blah, blah thing. This is going to be solely released via Netflix.
Good. That's perfect.
Big change, though.
Well, maybe, but I mean,
they need someone to be exclusive to Netflix besides Adam Sandler. Come on. They're raking in all this money with the Adam Sandler movies.
Did you see the Do-Over on Netflix?
I did not.
It was really good. You should watch that movie. It was pretty good.
This looks fantastic.
What about it looks fantastic to you?
I don't need to read anything. Martin Scorsese.
De Niro.
Robert De Niro.
Pacino. Pesci. Keitel. Bobby Cannavale. Shut up and take my money. Netflix could charge a pay-per-view premium and I'd pay for that.
Oh, that'd be really interesting. Because you're right, I totally would.
Right.
Like the first time to watch it the first time or something, or every time?
To buy its rights forever. Right?
Oh, okay.
Right. So to buy it on Netflix, it's $20. $20.
No, I would do it. Absolutely.
They would have millions of subscribers paying $20.
You've got such good ideas, Josh. What are you doing with us?
No, wouldn't you, Brian? Wouldn't you pay Netflix $20 for this movie?
No, because you say it and I go, I would do that. Why hasn't nobody thought of this before?
There's a way to get
And how
money
do
out
I
of
make
me.
money using Josh's idea?
This podcast is now behind a $20 paywall. And no one listens anymore.
Maybe for like a $2 paywall. We'd still have like 3 listeners.
We owe people change.
They'd all be my family.
And here's $1.99 back to you.
$2 paywall with a $1.99 rebate. You're welcome.
So everyone's happy to hear that they're coming back together. The plot looks pretty cool. My question is, how well do you think it's going to do? Only because Netflix doesn't release any kind of statistics or ratings. So you just kind of have to go on Netflix's word.
How many subscribers does Netflix have?
At least all of them.
Right.
At least all the subscribers.
I mean, it's got to be a giant number at this point. Can you give me that number? The most recent number?
Josh is about to do some math up in this bitch.
The most recent number that I have from October 17th is 86 million subscribers.
I have 93.8 million in the end of the third quarter 2016.
Okay.
And that's listed on statistics portal, statista.com. So that's where I got that. But so nearly 100 million users. I wonder if just because you have a De Niro movie, Scorsese movie that's exclusive to Netflix, if you don't get 1 month of another 50, 60 million people.
You think it's that big of a draw?
They won an Oscar together once, and
both have won multiple Oscars.
Both have won multiple. I mean, Joe Pesci, Raging Bull, Goodfellas. I mean, what do you?
Listen,
Harvey Keitel is a madman. People show up in droves to see these guys. Bobby Cannavale is a huge draw at this point.
And I could see if it was in a movie getting a huge increase like that, but I mean, this is for a subscription base. You think people are gonna? Because they're gonna get the free trial if they're that just interested in that movie.
Let's just say it's not available in the free trial, right? Let's just say that you have to be a paying subscriber for 1 month. Do you? And I don't have the numbers on this, but a blockbuster movie, The Departed, in the theater, how many people went to see that movie? Couple 100 million?
Yeah, easily.
Right? So I mean, we're saying at least 200 million people is my guess.
Sure.
Saw that movie worldwide. I mean, I don't know what the number is, but let's just say it's 250 million people.
Sure.
If your number just keeps going up,
right? I'm gonna that's when
it's 300 million.
Listen, when I pulled you over, I found this much of a quantity. I found $5,000 in your trunk. I don't know why you would leave $4,000 in your trunk like that. Right? You'd think someone wheeling around $3,000 would be more careful than you're being with $2,000. But that's how I feel about it, right? It's I don't know how big the number is. I feel like it's big. If they have 93 million right now, and the potential is 250 million, and those additional 150 million have to pay $8 once, man, that sounds like a hell of a year to me. Like, you know what I mean? It's big. Right? And how many of them forget to cancel and all that craziness? But Netflix, I don't understand why they're not charging more or a premium for things. Look, Brian, what if Daredevil?
Please don't make them charge. No. I don't want your great idea of Netflix charging more money.
Brian,
I don't want that.
What if Daredevil was available a week earlier for an extra $5? Would you pay it?
I think you're asking me because you already know the answer. I do know the answer,
right? But the thing is, you would pay that for Daredevil, and you'd pay it for all of the Marvel shows. You'd pay it for House of Cards. You'd pay it for Stranger Things. I mean,
yeah, I would.
Right,
you're damn right.
So immediately from all of us, they're getting an additional $50 a year off of, I don't know. Let's just say it's conservative at a third of their viewers. At 33 million people paying an additional $50, $50 a year.
For those of you who work at Netflix who are trying to recruit, it's Josh at thatkindofnerd.com. Just putting that out there.
I'm actually a decent closer, too.
He has lots of cookies, I heard.
Well, they are for closers.
Yes. So the next topic that I have it labeled as don't call it a comeback.
They've been here for years?
2000 is coming back really hard. Like 2099 is knocking on the door of 2017 saying, I want back in. There's a couple things that are coming back. The first one is, ladies and gentlemen, I know you missed it. Americans been asking for it. Zima is coming back. I don't know why. Your community college days apparently just couldn't escape you, and they had to bring Zima back for a little bit of time.
But so Laura was moving out of her college dorm, and somehow had a couple sixers of Zima in her fridge, right? So she's like, I'm not going to drink these. I'm like, whatever. I don't even know what this is, but we'll take it back to my apartment, right? So we did. And me and one of my boys, we're like, well, we're playing asshole or whatever, right? We're running out of beer. So we grab these, and we ended up pounding each of us a sixer of these, and then ending up in really bad shape because they are filled with poison. Totally filled with poison. It's basically, if you would slam a 6-pack of soda,
right,
in an hour, what would that do? Because that's basically what it is. It's alcoholic soda. You guys probably never had it.
I never had a Zima.
Yeah.
No.
So this is the one time. Imagine I
feel like my life is better for not having this. That's why I brought it up for you.
It's like vodka Sprite. It's
God.
Oh yeah, it's so gross. But the thing is, when you're drinking it, it's sweeter than everything else you've ever tasted in your life ever. Right? So when you're
like, I can. It's like a Smirnoff Ice, right? You're just like, yeah, I'm good.
You're getting white girl wasted because you're 21 or 22 or however the hell old we were.
Sure.
And we're drinking like idiots, playing drinking games like asshole, and there, it comes time for a waterfall. If I've got 6 Zimas, I can drink 6 Zimas. Back to back to back to back to back to back to back. Like because that's what you do. And I'm telling you, imagine chugging 6 sodas. See what happens to you. It's not.
I've done it.
And what happens?
Sickness.
Super
I'm down
sickness.
with it.
You're down. You stupefy me.
Yeah.
So it's bad. It's all bad news, CJ, with the Zima. Yeah, right. And is this it's a whole generation of new college kids just to get sick on Zima.
That's terrible. You know what else is coming back from the early 2000s that just wants to say hello again, but this one I welcome? Mystery Science Theater 3000 is coming back with a new cast to Netflix.
Didn't we
April
already know
14th.
This?
We did know this, but now we got the release date of April 14th.
Yeah.
It's starring Jonah Ray, who's going to be the test subject. We have Felicia Day, Patton Oswalt, a lot of great people. Patton Oswalt coming in. It's going to release with 14 new episodes, including a holiday special. It's fantastic. Now, if for some reason you were in a coma and you don't know what Mystery Science Theater 3000 is, go away and never come back.
Wasn't it one of the early Comedy Central mainstays?
Oh yeah,
right.
Absolutely.
So and that's where I remember seeing it when I was younger. And I hope they can find movies that bad. You know what I mean? Like
they can. Believe me, B movies are
and cool, but don't you feel like the movies they found? You're going, how was this movie made? How did anybody pay to make this piece of shit? Right? When they're just tearing it apart with their dialogue. It's ridiculous. And you hope there are still movies that bad, but you also kind of hope that Steven Seagal doesn't show up in one of them.
No, believe me, I think there's enough. I think they can find at least 14 really shitty B movies to cover. It's no problem. They even had a Kickstarter back in 2015 and it got $6 million for new episodes, and then Netflix is like, "Nah, we got you. Just you come on over here. Well, this is what we release you."
Yeah, bring us the $6 million though. We want that.
If you could do that, because we can't charge his $5 thing like Josh Burns was talking about. Right. That's just not going to happen.
Give us the $6 million, and then we'll give you the returns on everything.
Yeah, to do it that way. Brian, I imagine you as a huge Mystery Science Theater 3000 fan. What do you think about the recast? The fact that it's coming to Netflix?
Were you a huge MST 3000 fan?
Yes.
What the fuck?
Why did you perch over the mic like that?
Were you
feel like I'm being interrogated?
I thought you were getting ready to arm wrestle me over there. You turned your hat around. You became like a truck, like a machine.
You're just sitting there in the truck, just doing this. You're just pulling your arm up and down, just
rescuing
pulling on the rope.
Kids.
Yes, I was a huge Mystery Science Theater 3000 fan.
Have another drink, for the love of God. Be more lively.
Super specific, Sister Mary. I mean,
I can confirm I did enjoy this once. I may have even laughed or chuckled. I mean, laugh is just a little too much.
I will say I do remember laughing multiple times.
My favorite bit, I don't know what movie it was. I really don't. But even now, if you go to my family and you say Rando, everyone will laugh because there was production companies that they were reading off, and one of them was Rando Productions, and the next one was Eastman. Eastman, that sounds like a superhero. Eastman, he came from the East to fight the amazing Rando. Just it gets my family every time. Just destroys. I cannot wait for this. Plus, Jonah Ray is a hilarious guy, so I'm on board.
I was going with Patton Oswalt.
Yeah, I was thinking Patton Oswalt and Felicia Day.
I listen to a lot of Nerdist stuff, so I know Jonah Ray a lot.
Patton Oswalt gets top billing there, brother.
All right, so the last bit of the 90s and early 2000s pounding on your door,
Tamagotchis,
is a re-release of the beloved Nokia 3310.
Nope, I want Pogs.
Skip it.
Bring back Pogs.
This is the phone that may have destroyed the dinosaurs, but lived to tell the tale. So, Josh, the Nokia 3310 is gonna come back into circulation.
It's not coming back in circulation. They just found a bunch of old ones, and they're just redistributing them.
I think I might have been done with Nokia by that point. No, I remember it. I know the phone, right? But I had the first dual mode was a Nokia 2180, and then the 6000 series with all the interchangeable parts and accessories. I had one of those, but at that point, using my phone was more important than playing Snake, so I had gotten something that was a bit more smart, even That at this point, it was probably like 2000. 2000. No. It was way before the Sidekick, CJ. This was I think I switched to Nextel at that point because I needed productivity, not toys. So, like, I was on Nextel for quite a long time, and those phones weren't, they were just, phones, and they did work. That was it. I remember, like, my roommates having this phone and thinking, why do you hold it to your head if it burns you? But that's what they were doing. They were holding it to their head and getting burned by a phone.
Well, that hasn't changed. The Note did that a lot.
Oh, that's mean to Samsung.
Oh, really?
No, I'll allow it. I totally allow it. I wasn't expecting the bash like this late in the game, right? When you just you advocated like 3 episodes ago for Samsung saying I'm sorry, and now you're shitting on them all over again.
This is great. They had a factory with the collected batteries from the Note 7, and then the factory caught fire.
Yes. I get it. It's like satire on satire.
I really thought The Onion had wrote that article when I first read it.
It's something that happened in Naked Gun 33 1/3. That's what we're talking. That's how the level of silliness. But
oh, man,
I thought we were done with it. That's all I'm saying. I thought we were done with it. There you go.
Okay.
Every time I thought I was out,
they pulled me back in. So here's my question I have for you, right? For both of you here. If you could bring back one thing from the early 2000s or late 90s back into your life, could be anything, one thing, what would it be?
I want Pogs back, damn it. I want Pogs back and I want my Slammers. And I still have them all. I want to trade.
You can get a Moto 360. It's pretty much the same size. You just take off the straps. It's pretty much a Pog Slammer.
Slam it.
All right, so you want Pogs back.
Yeah,
did you
absolutely.
Did you actually play Pogs, or did you just collect them and be like...
Oh, I didn't have friends growing up, so I couldn't play them with anything. I just collected them.
Again, ladies, that is Brian at thatkindofnerd.com to send your condolences.
Man.
Josh, if you could bring back one thing from the...
but now 90s. I do have friends. We can play Pogs together. Josh will play Pogs with me.
I will, absolutely. But
I think I still have my old Pogs.
You see how my elbow is basically exactly the same level of my chin, and I'm just raising my hand, right? My Pog slamming motion is brutal.
I look forward to it. I'm going to dig out my old Pogs.
We use them as gambling. It was gambling. It was an easy way. No, and I don't mean we were I mean we were actually each Pog had a value. We were gambling dollars, but it was the easiest way to do it without getting caught. And so my slamming motion is pretty insane.
Good to know. I can't wait to play it.
So Josh, is Pogs the thing you would bring back from the night? What would you bring back?
What's the time period you asked?
Late 90s, which I'm gonna put as 96 to 2000, early 2000s, which I'm gonna cap at 2003. I'm gonna make it a obscure years.
I have 2 ways to answer that question.
Okay. Your youth cannot be one of them.
No, but there are 2 ways I can answer that question. And the first one, and I'd bring back both the towers in New York City is the first thing I would do. And beyond that, Lane Staley. That's it. You guys don't know who Lane Staley is?
No, I don't know who Lane Staley is.
Holy shit.
I'd bring back Pepsi Kona as well. Pogs and Pepsi Kona.
He was the front man for Alice in Chains.
Sorry.
No, what do you mean? This is like what you guys bring back Pogs? Like I would.
You're gonna hate my answer.
It's either gonna be Kurt Cobain or Lane Staley. I got to bring back one of them.
Whoa, and not have the Foo Fighters? No, I'm sorry. I'm gonna deny that.
Who said Dave Grohl? Dave Grohl was the most talented one there. He could have done whatever he wanted, right? But I mean, but my first pick was Lane Staley. Bring back Lane Staley. I want Lane Staley music. I want him not to be strung out on heroin. I want Lane Staley music forever. Right, but that's
whoa! I didn't give you immortality with this. You're just bringing him back. He doesn't get a do not die pass.
It's not the resurrection stone. You're not giving me that.
No, it's not the resurrection stone.
So then, do you want me to pick an inanimate object that I would bring back?
Listen, you pick whatever you want. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life.
No, it's fine. I just didn't. I wasn't thinking in that sort of terms. As soon as you said it, I'm like, I don't know, the towers, Lane Staley. I'd bring those things back.
See, my answer is really dumb, but I would bring back Dunkaroos in a fucking heartbeat.
You don't need to worry about that. We can order them from Canada, bro.
Yeah, but I don't want to order them from Canada. All right, I'm an American, and I want my Dunkaroos in the shopping.
Now you're just being selfish. You should bring back something that has no chance of coming back. If I can order Dunkaroos off of Amazon, we can play Pogs. And
you know what? You can order Zima off of Amazon. Why are we bringing back Zima?
Or Pepsi Kona.
All right, I would bring back the music of the summers of like 96 and 97. I don't think I'd be who I am without those summers filled with, Biggie and Tupac and Wu-Tang Clan, and that I would bring back music of that caliber every summer.
What, does Call Me Maybe not do it for you?
Oh my God, the music today is so terrible. Like you get every so often, you get like a gem, but like man, those all the time is just like formative. It was crazy.
Or you're getting old and get off my lawn, you kids, and you fall asleep at movies.
Dude, come on, are you listening?
The evidence is coming up pretty strong that you're just
CJ, are you listening? Are you listening to what's being put on the radio? To what's like?
I only listen to one radio station, but I mainly listen to podcasts.
So whatever. I mean, if you're not listening to
and the music I like, you hate. So we're not going to go there.
It's not hate. It's I like all kinds of different music. I'm just saying there's a ton, CJ, of just junk that means nothing that people are listening to. All this mumble rap shit just kills me.
So why do you have to be so deep, Josh? All I want is my Pogs back.
But instead, we're stuck with Zima, Mystery Science Theater 3000, and the Nokia 3310. Deal with that, world.
I only need one of those things.
My last bit of news, which is just weird things I found around the internet, and that is that there's going to be follow me as I say this, a pop-up Pop-Tart. I can't even say with a straight face.
Pop-Tart Cafe?
There's going to be a pop-up Pop-Tart Cafe that's coming where you can order delicious Pop-Tart treats. For example, you can get Pop-Tart burritos, Pop-Tart chili fries, Pop-Tart tiramisu, and a bunch of other stuff.
Pop-Tarts are not a meal.
Oh, sir.
No.
This restaurant has turned it into a meal.
They're not. No.
I'm going to send you the menu.
No.
I want you to look at this menu. Because the prices are also hilarious.
No.
Josh, when you saw the news of this and you heard Pop-Tart everything, what went through your brain?
I've never enjoyed Pop-Tarts, but I guess that doesn't mean others.
They have a $12 Pop-Tart shake. It's $12.
My problem, CJ, is that whoever's doing this, like as creative as they might be, they're buying products off a shelf, like super processed, just like the worst thing you can.
Everything about this is awful for you.
It's just terrible for you, right? And they're throwing other terrible things on it. I just why is this unnecessary? Like why?
I don't know.
Why?
I don't know. I wish I could tell you why.
There's a million food trucks out there.
A Pop-Tart burrito, right? Check this out. This is the s'mores one, which is chopped s'mores Pop-Tarts. Of course, has additional marshmallow, whipped cream, and I can't read the rest of it, but a bunch of other just bullshit on top of it, and it's going to run you $12. There's a Nutella.
They should just call it expensive diabetes and move on.
And I bet you they're not even using Pop-Tarts. They're using like the off-brand, like the
no, it
toaster.
is Pop-Tarts. It's Kellogg's is doing this pop-up restaurant. So actually, this is a official thing.
So this is like wait, but this is being done by the company.
This is being done by the company.
Oh, then that's even worse than I had thought.
This is official.
These aren't people having to buy these things wholesale.
So here's what it is. There's a Kellogg's cereal themed restaurant in Times Square. Yes, that is a thing. A Kellogg's cereal themed restaurant.
Well, cereal bars are not new, and those are actually pretty cool.
Right? They pour you cereal in a bowl and pour milk in it.
Yeah, cereal bars are great. This is dumb. Everything about it is dumb. Pop-Tarts is not a meal. I don't care what whipped cream you put on top of it.
Yeah, they do have, you can just buy cereal for $7.50. You get a bowl of cereal in Times Square from the Kellogg's store. But Kellogg's is taking over that store and making the Pop-Tart pop-up restaurant. God, it's annoying to say. But the prices on this are outrageous.
Will the restaurant be in the shape of a toaster?
One can only hope.
They drop you down into it.
Just Wilford Brimley on the other side, just going, hope you like your diabetes. Hope you like your dollar bills. I want you to listen to this. Chili Pop-Tart fries are frosted chocolate Pop-Tarts with ground beef frosting, colorful candy scallions.
Yes.
Colorful candy scallions.
Did you see that episode of Friends where Rachel gets the cookbook pages stuck together and she makes the trifle?
Yeah, with the yogurt and the shepherd's pie.
Yogurt and cookies.
You got a layer of yogurt
and jam,
a layer of lady
and
fingers,
beef and potatoes,
and then sautéed beef with peas and onions, and then a layer of potatoes.
Lady fingers good, jam good, meat good.
Here's the best part about all of this. The good news, the silver lining is you only had to put up with this bullcrap from February 21st to February 26th.
It's like the
That's
McRib.
it.
It's like the McRib. It's the same thing.
So the McRib is an abomination to man. The good news is by the time you're listening to this, you've already missed this Pop-Tart pop-up restaurant. So you're welcome. I've done you a favor.
Can we talk about how much we hated it?
You know, it was great that time that we went that no one can corroborate, and then we all went to this and we all thought it was terrible.
A horrible
the food was
idea.
awful.
I paid $12 for a shake. What the hell was that?
So the last bit of news that we want to do is surrounding the show. You may have noticed over the last couple weeks, we haven't been doing sponsor reads, but we still need your help and we still need your support. And what we've decided to do is to sell That Kind of Nerd shirts and buttons. That's right, you can finally get some That Kind of Nerd merch. So what we're doing is we're aligning with the website to launch this at the same time that they're running a promotion. So we want to make sure that That Kind of Nerd fans get a discount for buying merchandise through us. So if you go to shop.thatkindofnerd.com or just go to the website and look for the shop button, you can get 15% off anything that you purchase. All you have to do is pick your t-shirt, pick your buttons, pick both, and use the promo code SaintPaddy17. Now that is STPADDY 17, and you get 15% off everything in your cart. It means the world to us that we can deliver a fantastic podcast to you, something that you love, and it would mean the world to us if you could buy a shirt, share it with your friends, and just help us with this. So please go to shop.thatkindofnerd.com. Use the promo code SaintPaddy, again STPADDY 17, and get 15% off everything. I just want to take one quick moment to, and also just say thank you to a listener who gave us a 5-star review on iTunes. Like I said, if you leave us a review on iTunes, we will read it on the show. So here we go. That Kind of Nerd is perfect for every type of nerd out there. This is a hilarious, informing, and all-around intriguing podcast. And the showrunners are great with answering their fan questions. Whether it be a call-in voicemail and playing it on the podcast, mine was on episode 91, or through social media. They really get back with their fans on their questions and even chat with them about other topics. That Kind of Nerd is a great podcast and a family to get into. Thank you so much for leaving this review. So you can be just like this listener and leave us a review. Go to iTunes, give us a 5-star review, or on Stitcher as well. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for supporting our show. It means the world to us, and we are so excited to continue to bring you a fantastic podcast. So thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for making us your walk around your neighborhood or your drive to work. I'm CJ Mellon with Josh Burns and Brian Thornton, and we will see you next week. Remember, STPaddy17.
You've got such good ideas, Josh. What are you doing with us?
Oh, that's mean to Samsung. You should buy things from us because we're awesome. Buy them. Buy them now.